Diane and Denmark here, rah rah rah. I hope you're fine and well. It's Monday morning. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling kind of out of sorts this morning, but you know what I say? Put one foot in front of the other, one pom-pom in front of the other, and everything will be alright. So I'm gonna get myself moving this morning. I've got my little cleaning caddy here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a quick 5 or 10 minute declutter in this week's zone. If you don't know what the zone is this week, we are in Flylady Zone 4, and I have been having more fun with my little printable list, so I'll explain about those once we've done our declutter. But we're in the zone for the bedroom. Maybe you just want to do some cleaning in here, but please join in with me, just do something in this area. Anyway, I've chosen something to declutter today, and I'll just be 5 or 10 minutes, and I've chosen sports clothes, swimming gear, and also, if we've got time, my pyjamas. This is where I keep my hair and makeup stuff. Next one is unmentionables, which is knickers, socks, camisoles, those kind of things. This one in here are my trousers and the belts that I use on an everyday basis. And basically I've got, like gold, chocolate brown. This is one, quite a lot of them I have painted. They were a different colour before, but I've painted them chocolate brown because I'm a type 1 in dressing your truth. And actually I've got a gold one here, and I'll tell you what, I'm actually going to take this out. That's going to be my anti-procrastination task for this week, because it's quite a nice belt, but it's far too long, and I think if I spend a wee minute on it I can probably undo some of those links. Anyway, that's for Wednesday. In my bottom drawer I have things, and I like to do them, kind of KonMari style, and I have them in cubes. But I realised the other day when I was putting away some stuff that it was getting more and more difficult to get in. If you have that feeling that you can't quite close the drawer, you don't need more storage stuff, you need to declutter. And I've accumulated quite a few things from our clothes swap parties of sports gear. So now it's time for me to make a decision what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep. So I'll talk you through the cubes. You can see here, I've got a couple of sweatshirts. I never ever really wear sweatshirts unless I'm either ill or unless I am really doing some kind of form of sport outside that requires it. And I just have those in the bottom. And then this little one, this is a spare bikini for sea swimming. Usually, we swim naked all year round. We're winter bathers, but occasionally, if I'm going on holiday somewhere, then I need to wear a costume. This is one of those sarong wrap things, which I've had since before my son was born. My son is now 20, and you know what? It's time to let it go. And it's type 2 colours, I think, in Dressing Your Truth, or maybe type 3. So that is going to go to the clothes swap party. Away with that. And this is actually a really nice swimming costume that I picked up at a clothes swap party. There we go. So that's a keeper. I shall keep that one. And I've also got some swimming things in my bag. If you saw me going through my swimming bag on Friday, so those can stay. And then the next one, in this one I have running t-shirts. Now I've got a lot of ones in here. And a lot of them you'll recognise that I picked up at the clothes swap party. And also what I use for running, and also for my pyjamas, is band t-shirts. That's from Tame Impala. Went to see them last year in Aarhus. I've also got, does anybody recognise those? Yarp or Narp. And my friend Rasmus, he's in a band called Mackens Corridor, and these are really, really old, but I like to hang on to them. I've got some sentimental things. Or when I went to see Blondie and Debbie Harry, I've seen her and the band several times. Hold on to that one. And then that's another Mackens Corridor. So those can all stay. But this is one that I picked up at a clothes swap, and I haven't really used it. And I think the problem is it's too see-through for one. It is quite nice, but it's too kind of floppy. So that one can go. I'm not sure how much I'm going to find today, but it's a good idea to kind of revisit what you've got. So those can go. On to the next one. This is also sports gear, and in here I've got running tights, also from Clothes Swap Party. These are really good. I wore those recently. These are kind of shorty ones for summer. And this running top, this is also a good one. This is a great one for when it's cold, and it's got the wee bit for putting your hands through, your fingers through. I'll keep that one. And this is the one that I got from my friend Sue, Sue who broke her 2 wrists but is back stronger than before. They have rebuilt her, she's like Steve Austin, they've put in metal plates into her arms. And this is a retro one that she gave to me. And I really enjoy wearing it because I kind of feel like a gymnast from the 1970s when I'm wearing this. It makes me feel very sporty. Okay, next one was also a Clothes Swap find, but again, the colour is really nice. It's a really nice type 1 colour, if you know the Dressing Your True thing. But again, it's too floppy, and look, it just, for me that's kind of like a dish rag. So that one can go. I've had some wear of it and enjoyed it, but I realised that it's not exactly right, and I've got other ones which are better, so that can go. Then I've got some kind of yoga pant things, and these are, hold on, those are kind of yoga pant things. Those are staying, and these are also running tights that I got, but I think I can let these ones go now because they tend to fall a wee bit down at the waist, so those can go. Oh, I'm actually getting quite a stack. I've already got 1, 2, 3, 4. Somebody's knocking at the door. Okay, and then I had these ones from Clothes Swap Party, and again, I didn't really like the fit of them too much, so those can go as well. Because now, I've been doing this daily exercise thing for over a year, and I have a really good idea of, how many different, how many pairs of running tights that I need, or for summer or for winter. Okay, so, I've got quite a bit of space in there now, so that's good. Okay, so that goes in there. Next one, these are my running things, and this is the wee tip I wanted to give you. These are my running things, and I have them set up that this is what I'm wearing right here, right now. Not at this moment, obviously. I keep, in one of the little cubes, I keep a top and my running tights. I used my running tights at the weekend, so they're in the wash, and they'll be coming back in here today. And what I have is I have it set up here in my drawer so that every day I'm doing daily exercise, it will either be a run outside, it will be a walk in the park, it will be a bike ride down to the sea and a skinny dip, a sea swim with one of my besties. And by having it set up like this, I can just grab what I need. So in this one, I've got running things for when I'm running outside. So that is a t-shirt, my running tights, and then I'll just show you here, downstairs in the hall cupboard. This is what I've got downstairs in the hall cupboard. I've got my outdoor things that I need. I've got my running jacket, I've got my running gloves, also Clothes Swap Party. I've got my buff ready to go because I like to have that over my nose if there's a lot of pollen or if it's very cold. And in here I have my asthma inhaler. I've got some reflectors that I put around, my arms and my legs. And I've also got my running lights. Now, obviously I don't need those basically until we get to the winter, because in Denmark now it's light in the morning from 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then we are light all the way through to past 10 o'clock at night now. So I'm not going to be using those, but I have them set up. So I decide, okay, what am I doing today? Am I having a walk? Am I having a run? And the stuff is ready to go. I don't need to be rummaging about finding stuff. So that's one that lives in the hall cupboard. And this is the one if I'm taking a run on the treadmill at home. I've got running shorts, short shorts. We like short shorts. Wasn't there a song like that? Also Clothes Swap Party, and a more vesty top, which is very cool. Also Clothes Swap Party, and socks. So I just keep it set up that way, and then I can just grab and go. Right, next one or last one in here let's see, and these are my sleepwear pyjamas. As I've told you before, and I'm not going to wear anything like some kind of nightshirt that has Snoopy on it, but I do have my Snoop Dogg when I went to see Snoop Dogg here. I have my Snoop Dogg and I have band t-shirts. So I like to wear, you know, band t-shirts and some kind of soft kind of yoga pants style bottoms. Now that's what usually I sleep in. Anyway, I've got polka dot pyjamas I got from my mum. It was my mum's 85th birthday yesterday, so happy birthday to mum. We did a little Zoom party for her. My brother set that up over in Scotland. It was quite weird because I don't know when I'm going to see my mum next. But anyway, this is a night shirt and I quite like the colours. It is, you know, type 1 dressing your truth colours, but it just, I don't know, I just don't feel comfy in it. So that can also be decluttered. This is my little decluttered pile. I'm doing quite well. And a soft t-shirt that we got in Tokyo. I think it was from Muji. Oh, these are the ones that I'm talking about. These are just a pair of kind of soft pyjama bottoms. I like those because we've got a big old house and it can be cool in the mornings. This is a stripy, a really, really old one. That is actually going to be cut up and go for rags. I'm not going to use that one again. And then I've got a couple of t-shirts here also that I got at clothes swaps, kind of vesty ones, but I think also it's time to pass those on. So those can go. And oh, these were ones that I got at the clothes swap party, and they're Cath Kidston polka dot pyjamas in that kind of very old-fashioned flannel. But actually I find again it's too floppy. I need a bit more structure in my clothes. I'm a type 1-4 in the dressing your truth system, so I don't like things that are too kind of floaty. I need things with a bit more structure. So there we go, look at that big pile. Shall we count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 8 or 9 things there, plus it's going to be, oh, actually more than that, it's going to be even easier. Look at all that space, look at all that space. I don't know if you're like me, but once I've decluttered an area, quite often I'll come back to it during the day and I'll just go, just like to look at it. Woohoo! Look at that, I got a couple of things crossed off my list. This is zone cleaning list that I've come up with for Flylady Zone 4. One of my aims for making the most of me was to have a wee bit more fun, being creative. I've dusted off my blog, dianedenmark.com, so if you're looking for any of the printables that I've been showing on Instagram or on YouTube recently, hold on, we also did the one for the week-long blessing hour. They're all there. I've got links there as well, so you can make your own version of it, add in what you need to do. And normally I don't like printing out things in colour. You know me, I'm a canny Scot, so I don't like to use a lot of printer ink. Just a wee tip for you. You can just print out your normal list, but when you print it, just put a piece of coloured paper in the printer and that will make it look a wee bit more exciting. And what I've done with my list for Zone 4 is I've put the first part of the list are things that I minimum do in here during Zone 4 bedroom week. And you'll see it's basically like doing a weekly home blessing. I'm kind of scanning through the room to see if anything needs to be put somewhere else. Dusting the ceilings and the skirting boards, and if you want me to clean along with you, I've done hundreds of videos about that. They're on my playlist about cleaning and decluttering the zones. And then the second half are things that are not quite so important but that I still need to do, and that way I get to choose something. So it just keeps it fresh for me. It keeps it fun, and it stops me from kind of getting into that rut. Because we're just rotating around the zones, but also I'm rotating what I need to do in the zone. And on the other side, I've just printed out 2 separate sheets and then laminated them back to back. And on the other side, I have my list for things that I could declutter in this area, and I was thinking I'm also going to put on a section where I can put on any ideas for projects, for example painting the inside of the wardrobes. So not something that has to be here now, but just you know, if I get any kind of ideas. So I hope that's given you a few ideas. I will be checking with you sporadically this week. We have another public holiday coming up here in Denmark. And I really have been having fun with my blog. It's dianedenmark.com. I'll put a link down below. And any of the things that you've seen, it will be on the blog. And I think I'm going to do, this week we're going to have a wee quiz, and we're going to do a weekly home blessing or quiz. How about that? So stay tuned for more fun. Basically got through my Pamper Self-Preservation list for Zone 3. If you've got any ideas for Zone 4 for master bedroom, let me know. On that note, I'm going to let you get off on your merry way. It is Monday, and look at that, I'm feeling my mood has lifted. It's amazing what a little declutter can do for the spirits. Live long and prosper. May the Danish spring hygge be with you. And here it comes, a rah, rah, rah. Bye for now.